Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. All of us are seeking something, but all of us are running after something else. For example, if we take or if we want to write our autobiography in one line, what we will write? We have been struggling to fulfill our desires so that we are happy. When we are children, running after the toys. When we are grown-ups, not grown-ups, middle-aged, teenagers, running after different types of toys. Then middle age, then old age. But we never stop for a moment and re-evaluate it. Did we attain what we have been seeking? In Mundokopanishad, a mantra comes. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedamayat na asti akritaha kritena tadvijnanartham gurumeva vigachet samitpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtham. Parikshalokan. Lok means, it's a technical term. What happens, when the words are used loosely, they create more misunderstanding than wisdom. Like Swargalok, we all heard, isn't it? If you do lot of merit, you will go to the heavens. What is heaven? Swargalok. So we imagine, Swarga or heaven is a place. Like here, BITS Hyderabad campus is a place. In the same manner, heaven is a place, there we will go. No, friends. Loka is the experience. Lokyate iti lokaha. So what is the quality of experience? That determines whether we are in heaven or we are in hell. One elderly person, I was in Vrindavan. And he came, I was sitting with few people, and he said, Swamiji, please protect me, please protect me. I said, look here, I have no connection in the income tax department. I can't protect you. He said, no, not that way. Please protect me, I don't want to go to hell. I said, look here, it is optional. You don't have to go. Don't go. No, you don't know what sins I have done. You name and I have done it. But now I am frightened. I don't want to go to hell. Please help me. I told him, I promise you, you will not go to hell. He said, in spite of so many sins? I said, yes. How come? I said, because where are you now? A person who is not at peace with himself. He is living in hell. All of us suffer in this world, never because of others. We all suffer because we are self-sufficient as regards suffering is concerned. See, friends, the reason is we have never taken a pause. Take a pause and pariksha, re-evaluate your own experiences till date. All that we have been doing, has it really yielded fulfilling results? Or we are leading a mechanical life? See, we are born for none of our fault. Then we grow like the grass grows. Then there are modifications. And one day the body dies. Is this all in life? Or there is something higher And thus when we pause, then we get a different direction in our life. And it is here we require one of the most important principles of life to be recognized. Before coming here, I was in Goa. Yesterday only I came, last night. And that time it was Krishna Janmashtami. So they have told me to speak 2 talks. The Sri Krishna Prakatya, that was in Hindi, I think, yes. Sri Krishna Prakatya, the manifestation of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, because it is his birthday. So we started. Sri Krishna was born on a midnight, a terrible night, absolute darkness, heavy rains, calamity, everywhere problem. That time he was born. Now this is the event. Now an intelligent person is the one who learns from every experience of life. Not only his experience, but also experiences of others. Those who learn from their own experiences, they are wise. And those who do not learn from their experiences, they grow old and otherwise. And these old people have nothing except complaints. See, I come across different types of people, oldies like me and youngsters like you. So the questions asked by the youngsters are totally different quality. And the questions asked by the oldies are of different quality. See, this happened in one Birla school in Pilani. There is one, I think, girls' school or boys' school. I went there to give a talk, and all youngsters, class 12 standard students. Naturally, I will talk to them a language of inspiration, ambition, achievement, creativity, like that. So after I finished my talk, I told, questions may be asked only by the students to whom I have addressed. If there are other people sitting here other than the students, please do not ask any question. I shall not entertain. And yet, one elderly person, he got up. So, Amiji, I have got a question. I said, keep with you, I don't need it. I am not going to answer. So he got very annoyed, angry. And he walked away. I said, who cares? Go away. And after all things were over, I went to the principal's room and we were having a cup of tea. I said, sir, one gentleman got up very angry. If he is from your school, some teacher, please call him. Yes, he is our teacher. So he was called. So I got up, I said, sir, I extend profuse apologies. Please forgive me. I did not answer your question because your question was wrongly placed at the wrong time. And therefore I did not answer your question. He got very angry. How do you know what question I was asking to you? You didn't allow me to talk. I said, look here, be cool, first of all. Your question was, what happens after death? How do you know? Yeah, this was my question. What happens after death? I said, from your face. You are not living, you are waiting to die. Old people like us, we have no future. Youngsters like you have the whole life to live in front of you. See the difference. Therefore, when we are looking at the life, let us recognize this. Are we living here carrying the burden of our past, or we have learned from our past and we have grown wise? The old people are of two types. Those who have grown wise and those who have grown old. And then they have nothing but complaints. Complaints do not dispense solutions. See, friends. Therefore, when we are looking at life, we have been looking at the world a lot. Now look at the life. And then we come to know what we are searching all through. Did we get it? See? When we were kids, we wanted to have the marbles, to play. Remember, I used to be an expert in playing marbles. And when there are 10, 20 in the pocket, I used to show off to the other kids. Really? Come on, play with me. Now that is gone. Now I am a grown-up man. I have got a big house. Now another thing is bothering me. I should have marble in my bathroom. That time also I was shouting and miserable because I don't have marbles. Now also I am miserable because there is no marble in the bathroom. Whole life, desire, I want. How long are we going to want? See, friends, our equation on which we function is wrong equation. Our equation is what? Fulfillment of desires is equal to fulfillment in life. It is not. See, friends, in one of the colleges, after my talk was over, one boy asked me this question. You people talk about karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You work hard but don't expect any results. That is not the meaning. See, technical subject must be studied in a technical language, is it not? I receive a lot of SMS on wisdom, and one child wrote me, Swamiji, why Lord Shiva and Parvati could not learn computer? So I replied back, pass, I don't know. So the child wrote back, again, another SMS, because Ganesh ji has taken the mouse. So he could not learn. Now the word mouse, it is a technical term, is it not? It is not an English language. So you may be knowing English, but because you know the English language, that doesn't mean you will understand the language of the software or the computers. See? Otherwise, when you see, take the cursor there. Oh God, why you curse everybody? Don't bring cursor over here. We are nice people. In the same manner, when we are learning any subject, we have to have the fundamentals of the technical vocabulary clear in our mind. So when we are told, do your duty, don't expect anything in return, what does it mean? See? Then we will discover what is the meaning of happiness that we are searching, we are seeking. All of us necessarily act only in the present. We have no choice. Number one, I cannot talk yesterday, I cannot talk tomorrow, I can talk today and now. Number one. Number two, nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrut. None of us can ever stay without doing something or the other. See? Once I was coming from Washington to London, and the flight was almost empty. After 9/11 this happened. Very few people. Out of so many seats, maximum 20 to 30% were occupied. British Airways. And I was sitting in the center, that 5-seater. One corner aisle seat I sat, and other side there was one gentleman, heavy person sitting. And when the flight took off, in between, I used to get kind of, that speed breaker effect. Cut. I thought, yahan bhi speed breaker aa gaya. I was searching, how can it happen? Then there was one man sitting in the last. He was vigorously moving his legs. So I asked him, do you want to run Faster or what? Oh, I'm so sorry. Again he kept quiet. After 2 seconds, again he started moving. We just can't keep quiet. If there is nothing, start eating the nails. Something or the other has to be done. This is our nature. So if, no, we attend the second point, third point. If we are doing anything to get happiness, what we are doing? We are waiting for the result of your own action. Result is an effect. Action is the cause. Cause is always in the now. Effect is always in the then, in the future. And if we imagine, after I finish my lecture, then you people will say, oh Swamiji, you spoke very well. And then I will be happy. So what I have done? I have postponed my happiness in the future period of time, is it not? If we can be happy, we can be happy now and here. We can never be happy then and there. This is the meaning. Karmanyevadhikarastu. What is that we are seeking from all our actions? Only joy. A young boy like any one of you, well educated, well placed, healthy, no problem, happy, yet one day a virus enters in his system. What a life without a wife. And then starts. What for he gets married? For happiness. Has anybody ever thought, I want to get married for misery? No. But has anybody ever got happiness after marriage? No. So we get married for happiness. Then some of them, they think, if I separate, I will be happy. So they get divorced for happiness. Do they get? Some people are eating a lot so that they are happy. Others are observing fast so that they are happy. Are they getting happiness? In short, all our participation in the world and withdrawal from the world is aimed at getting happiness. Friends, nobody till date got unsullied happiness in this world. Nobody. Yet, we struggle. And we do get glimpses, but we don't analyze. Pariksha Lokan. We don't analyze our experience. It is something like this. Morning when I get up, at about 5 o'clock, I want a cup of tea. So, want, desire. What will happen? The mind will start pulsating. Tick, 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 tick. And if I don't get a cup of tea, I am very disturbed. So, I get a cup of tea, aha, enjoyed. Conclusion. Before taking a cup of tea, I was miserable. After I took a cup of tea, I am happy. Therefore, happiness has come from tea. Our observation and conclusion from the observation. You cannot deny your own experience of happiness. Think. But if you analyze, if like the nicotine or caffeine is an alkaloid in the tea leaves, in the same manner, if happiness was also an alkaloid in the tea leaves, everybody should get happiness. But does it happen? It doesn't happen. Then the question still remains unanswered. But the happiness that I discovered, that I experienced, where from that happiness has come? Think. Then we come to know, when I did not have a cup of tea, mind was disturbed. When I got a cup of tea, mind is quiet. Therefore, quiet mind is happiness. If you have discovered this, What will be our approach to life now? When we are interacting with the world, are we interacting or we are reacting? Normally, like our laptops, we have got default settings. Our life also has got default settings. Default settings are called as acquired nature. See, one of my laptop, I was in somebody's house. One elderly person came and he was sitting next to me. Swami, you are a Swami, how come you use laptop? I said, I am abnormal Ananda, don't worry about me. And then you show me, I don't understand. So I was wanting to start my work. So I started, and by default setting, first Ganesh ji came, and then that mantra came, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. I don't have to do, it's just default settings. He said, oh, your computer is also very spiritual. I said, yes, he is also a computer Ananda. Like we have default settings in our computer, we all have default settings in our mind. These default settings are called as habitual lifestyle. Like default settings are created, they are not when you buy a new laptop. You can create your own settings. Exactly the same way, none of us is born with a cigarette in the mouth and a lighter in the hand. And yet, we acquire that ability. And slowly, slowly, this acquired nature starts overpowering us. See? And then we become the victim of our own acquired nature. And when the acquired nature overpowers us, our essential nature, which is bliss, which is happiness, gets covered. See, friends, most of us are miserable, never because of others, but because of our own self. One person went to other friend, hey yaar, I was so disturbed and getting bored, so I came to spend time with you. Why you are getting bored, my dear friend? Who was there to bore you? Nobody was there, therefore I was getting bored. Be attentive. If you get bored because of your own presence, how solid bore you must be? We all suffer, never because of others, because of our own self. Think. And when you just start analyzing, we will come to know that the mind is making us dance. One question I will ask you, don't answer. We take care of our houses, furnitures, drapery. We take care of our clothes. We pay attention to our food, calories, cholesterol. We do everything. What we have done till date to take care of our mind. Think. Because there are thought eruptions in the mind. Does it mean we are thinkers? Just keep extremely cool. Every thought is an abscess on the mind. Every thought. If the thoughts were not abnormalities, if the desires were not abnormalities on the mind, why do we want to remove the desires? See? You must have seen these ladies, ammas, they go with a purse on their shoulder. They call it a purse, but it is a hold all. It contains the whole world. Whenever they go anywhere, the first thing, before sitting, they will unload that thing and put it down. Why do you remove that, my dear? Oh, it was very heavy. So, the purse on the shoulder is heavy, therefore you remove. On your shoulder, your head is also there. Do we remove that, tired of it? Put it down? No. Because it is not acquired. Head is natural on the shoulders, but the purse is acquired. And whenever it is acquired, we want to get rid of. Desires, had they been normal, why we want to remove them? But we all do only one thing, remove the desires. And what is the removal of the desires? We know only one technique. Fulfillment of the desire is the removal of the desire. But after we remove one desire, second is standing in a queue. You complete the second desire, the third is standing in a queue, and there is no end. And if we look into our life, what we have done, only one thing, try to fulfill the desires. And as a result, we forget to live in the utter present, which is our natural state. Naturally, we have to live in the present. But as the age grows, we carry the burden of the past. Therefore, old people never live in the present. They are all the time living only in the past. And the youngsters, they never live in the present. They are all the time living in the future. I don't know what is going to happen. One girl met me recently in Goa. Swamiji, please come for my marriage. I said, when it is? She said, 21st December 2012. I said, that day marriage cannot take place. It is not a good day. Why? That day the world is going to be finished. You know the Mayan calendar you must have heard. On 21st December 2012, everything will be leveled into one. So don't worry about it. So youngsters, all the time worrying about the future, don't stay in the present. The elders, all the time carrying the burden of the past, they don't live in the present. Not remaining in the present is equal to miseries in life. Be attentive. Nobody wants to die. So is the case of the mind. Mind doesn't want to die. So when we want to continue living, what we do? We feed ourselves good food. In the same manner, mind survives on 3 diets: carbohydrates, fats and proteins. Past is the carbohydrate, future is the protein, present is the fat. The mind is constantly either regressing in the past memories or projecting the future non-existing problems and try to solve them, or in the present is constantly comparing. You stop these 3 things, your mind will disappear, not you. And what is the disappearance of the mind? The mind will be under our control. Today what is happening is, we all suffer because of our own mind. See? One young girl I met somewhere in US, everything is fine, but she is so blank. After she met me, then I had a talk. And the talk was, download, install and apply. This was the talk. And she was sitting right in front of me. So I had to give the talk. About 100, 200 youngsters. I had to talk in their language. So I said, one day one of my friend came, elderly person, and he said, Swamiji, my phone is not functioning. I don't know what happened. He hangs up. Anything else start, after 2 minutes, it hangs up. What has happened? I said, that will sort out later. Do you want to start it properly? Yes. I said, I will do something. You have to accept it. He said, okay. I said, now go to the menu. He went. Go to settings. He went. Scroll down. Yes. There is an option, reset factory settings. Yes? Yes. Click it. A window will come. All your data will be erased. Yes or no? You say yes. Then all data is erased. Now your phone is in the factory settings. Now you start. Everything is perfectly alright. Because there is a free download, we keep on collecting all rubbish in the world. And when our mind becomes hung up, depression, frustration, get back your factory settings. As we were born, innocent, pure, cheerful, happy. See, friends, this is all. But how much garbage we have collected. Even if you see your own email inboxes, if it is over, delete it. नहीं काम आएगा. And one day comes, no data is accepted because your capacity is over. This is all that we have to learn to live a happy life. Don't seek happiness. Come back to the factory settings. All unwanted data, delete it. Not required. See, friends. And when you just start paying attention to the mind, when you mind your mind, then you will see happiness will start oozing out of you. You don't have to struggle to get happiness, but you will be the dispenser of happiness under all conditions. See, that is all spiritual life. I am not telling you go to the temple, ring the bell and disturb the Lord. No. I am not telling you go to Hanumanji and hit a coconut on his head and injure him. No. Take care of your mind. And when we have decided that we have to take care of the mind, then you will see we will no more react, but we will start responding in the light of wisdom. When we respond, the quality of life is different. When we react, the quality of life is different. Reactions are acquired nature, and our essential nature is the blissful existence. See? Like sweetness is the essential nature of sugar, and the non-essential or acquired nature is it could be crystals, it could be cubes, it could be syrup. But sweetness is essential nature. In the same manner, happiness is our essential nature. We don't have to create, we have to discover. See? Like, scientists do not create the laws of nature. See? In-laws are created by marriage. But the nature's laws are not created, they are discovered. They are already there. Okay? You must have heard these days God particle was going on around like a virus. So I was in US that time. Somebody asked me, Swami, what is your opinion about God particle? I said, first of all, the biggest error in this approach is we are struggling to see our eyes by our own eyes. How can you see your own eyes by your own eyes? You may do anything, you cannot. When one girl heard me, Swamiji, I can. I said, show me, how can you see? She took out a small mirror from her purse. Say, I can see my eyes. I said, hey, you are very intelligent. Now put on that kajal into that eye, what you are seeing? What you are seeing is a reflection of the eye. It is not the original eye. See friends, cause can never be established without effects, and cause can never be known without reference of the effect. When you say God is the cause of this world, so the world is an effect. God can never be established. Like electricity is the cause, the light in the bulbs is the effect. By this light we can see everything. Can we see how the electricity looks like by this light? It cannot be. In the same manner, God particle is only imagination. It has no place. It can never happen. See friends, the more you become subjective, our approach to life differs. Then that approach is, we never struggle to get happiness, but we naturally express happiness through every action. We express happiness through every word, through every thought. Actions expressing happiness is called as karma yoga. Words expressing happiness is called as the path of devotion. Thoughts expressing happiness is called as the path of knowledge or wisdom. If happiness is not expressed in our life and we imagine, I am doing so much for the people, it is nothing but only one's own ego being boosted, nothing else. Therefore, let us recognize the basic principle. Let us not react, but allow the inherent bliss express through every action, every word, every thought. From that moment onward, our total quality of life will undergo change, and a new person will be born. We don't have to change the externalities. Continue wherever we are, whatever we are. But now there is a total change, and this change will never be known by us. It will be known by others. There is one lady, she had, I think, 3 children, all of them grown up, daughters married, son in college, also established in business. Now she has nothing to do. The real challenge in life comes when you have got excess time at your disposal. When you have no time, you don't have time to die, where to get bored. But when we have to live 24 hours without doing anything, then jao to jao kaha, all the time frustrated. So this lady from a very good rich Marwadi family, everything settled and nothing to do. So shouting at the servants and frustrated and angry and all that. And one day she says, Swami, I don't know what should I do, I am getting disgusted, everybody is bad, servants are like that, government is like that, blah, blah, blah. I said, Mama, after you are through, then I will talk to you. Then I asked her, whether you want to get out of it or you want to discuss only. If you want to discuss, I am not available. If you want to get out of it, then I will talk to you. Yes, I want to get out of it. I said, first, keep yourself 24/7 busy. There is no holiday in life. 24/7 busy. You will never get bored in life. Otherwise, kya karu? See, all old people at home, this is the problem. Then they become vigilance officers inside the home. Who has come? Who has gone? These days, this girl is standing near the window all the time. What is the reason? You think about something better than that girl, because they have nothing to do, so they become vigilance officers. Keep yourself occupied. First principle. Then I told her, she said, okay, I'll go to some ashram and do some seva. I said, you will not do seva. You have never done seva anywhere in your life. You will go and start dictating what others should do and you will get frustrated. Then I told her, look here, try this. I gave her one of my lecture series. I said, listen, put in your earbuds and listen and do the DTP. She knows typing. Do. And write down the whole lecture. Edit it properly. Send it to me. I'll tell you where to do what. And then you see. And she started. Within a period of 6 months, she has changed so much. She didn't know that. But everybody around her started telling, her servants started telling, Bibiji, you are totally different these days. Her husband started telling, Swamiji, you should have come in my life 25 years before. I would never have suffered because of her for 25 years. Now she is so changed. Then she asked me, Swamiji, but I don't feel I am changed. I said, Mama, the change is so subtle, we will not know. Others know. That is evolution. See? Because now she was busy and paying attention on the mind. Keep the mind creatively occupied. And in this manner, when you start studying, reflecting, deeply being subjective in your experiences, your experiences start becoming your own guru. And from every experience, we get a message. And that was the message I spoke in Goa on that Krishna Janmashtami. I said, look here, Bhagavan Krishna was born at such an odd time, in such a terrible environment, chaos, rains, darkness, everything, in a jail. See? In the same manner, when everything is perfectly all right, husband is good, wife is good, health is good, children are good, everything is fine, who will think of God? And then the Krishna Janmashtami comes. Prakriti has got eightfold aspects. Bhumi rapo nalo vayu kham mano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti ashtadha. Krishna was born on Ashtami. As long as we are living in matter, there is no peace. We will be suffering. And then there is terrible rains and miserable condition, darkness everywhere. All the problems crop up simultaneously in our life. That time, Krishna takes the birth. We start rethinking about our life. Hey, I have never done anything bad to anybody. Why this is happening to me? Is there something more? Or this is all? That we are just born, we grow, and one day we have to complete the formality, we die. Is this all life? Or life is also offering something beyond the obvious that we have thought of life? When this thought is born in our heart, that life is much more than what we think. Understand? Krishna Janmashtami is celebrated in your own heart. See? Take an example. Suppose you are having a dream. And the dream is you are sitting on a nice, huge Honda motorcycle and somebody is sitting behind you, your girlfriend, and in Switzerland you are going like Rajesh Khanna songs, Mere Sapano Ke Rani Kaba. Such a dream will never break. And in that dream, your motorcycle skids and goes into a deep valley. That time your dream will break, is it not? The dream is an illusion. The accident is also an illusion. But to remove the illusion, another illusion is required. In the same manner, When everything is going perfectly all right, this waking dream will never break. When suddenly something goes wrong, unexpectedly, then we start rethinking, hey, what's this? See? And from that day onward, we continue to live our life. But now, the perspective is different. It is no more fulfilling the desires. See? You might have read or heard, when G.D. Birla was there, in one of his lectures he said that I am the richest man of this world, of this country. I can tell you, money alone cannot give you fulfillment in life. Seek something higher. This is just a means. Don't mistake the means for the goal. See? Like car is a means. It cannot be the goal of life. You sit in the car, reach the destination. See? In the same manner, all that we are living in our life, it is just a means. It cannot be the goal. The goal of our life is discovery of fulfillment. And this fulfillment can be discovered only if we sincerely start learning from every experience. One or two examples I'll give about learning from experience. See, this happened with some child. They were, chanting something. So, one child chanted the 15th chapter of Gita perfectly well. So, I was so happy with him. So, I gave him a chocolate. I said, hey, you have wonderful chanting, so this chocolate as a gift to you. He took it and put it in the pocket. I said, you eat. He said, no, I will not eat. I said, then give back. He said, I won't give back. Then I said, why don't you eat? I will give it to my sister. I said, why don't you eat? I gave it to you. You eat and enjoy. No, I'll give to my sister. But why? I asked him. The poor boy, he couldn't understand. So he looked here and there. Then he asked me, Swamiji, do you have a sister? I said, no. Then you can never understand. How beautiful it is. Then I said, my dear friend, you have answered the question. See, the real joy is not getting the things. The real joy is in giving. Those who have discovered this, they alone become the counter to distribute happiness and joy in this world. But majority of us are only seeking happiness. Seeking happiness. Don't seek. Express. You have to simply be happy yourself. Don't try to make anybody happy in this world. Why not try make anybody happy in this world? Because we belong to a democratic setup. Everybody has the right to be miserable. So let them be miserable. Don't make anybody happy. You remain happy. See, I was in BITS Pilani, and one person from the Chirawa town, he is known to me. First time when I went in 2000. So he said, Swamiji, there is one samadhi of a Mahatma who blessed G.D. Birla ji, because of which everything has changed. So will you like to take darshan? I said, yes. We went to that place. And when we went to that place, on the way he asked me, Swamiji, I want to do something for you. I got lot of money, lot of time, something I want to do for you. So I told him, I said, okay, be happy. He said, Swamiji, come on, tell something else. All the time you have no other message except be happy. I said, okay, we'll talk later. They see, the samadhi has come. We went, had our darshan. And when we were coming out, there was a huge wall around that samadhi, almost 12 feet. And I entered that place for the first time. And when we are coming out, on that wall from inside it was written, to remain happy is the highest service to the Lord. Then I took my friend, I said, hey, come here. I took his head and hit on that wall. So read it 10 times. Don't think remaining happy is an ordinary spiritual practice. In the highest spiritual practice, you remain cheerful and happy. Don't create, remain. See? Then when you thus start remaining cheerful and happy, you will see, you will start remaining in the present. Whenever you are happy, you are in the present. Whenever you are in the present, you have to be happy. It's a simple equation. See, I will establish it right now through an example. This is just an example to make you understand. Don't take it seriously. I was in LA about 2 weeks before, and there one doctor is there who did work on my mouth. I had some tooth problem. She is a dentist. So when I went there, she said, Swami, relax. I said, I am relaxed. No, you have to relax your mouth. I said, should I hang my tongue out or what? She said, here also you are cutting jokes. I said, then you cut jokes. He said, okay, I'll tell you a joke. Then you will relax. Then I'll start. And she told me a joke. She is American, Indian American. So she said, your Prime Minister, he went to the dentist and he sat in the dentist's chair. That time the dentist said, ab to muh kholo. Now at least open your mouth. Because there he never opens the mouth, isn't it? So when you are happy, you are in the present. When you are happy, you are nobody. When you are happy, you are. See, friends, there won't be hang up of your laptop. See? Then again restart, no restart. Ever cheerful, happy, 100% present. 100% presence is equal to God realization. 100% presence is equal to remaining in the present. 100% presence is equal to pure love. 100% presence is intuitive wisdom. See? And this is all what we all do. Only thing we do not know. You must have seen in your life small kids. When they talk to mother, they want the complete attention of the child, of the mother, is it not? The mother was reading some useless novel, James Hadley Chase. And she was lost in that killing novel. So the child came, a girl, Mom, I want to ask you, come on darling, don't you see mommy is reading afterwards, okay? Again after 2 minutes the child came, Mom, I want to ask you, is there any life? See, I told you don't disturb now, afterwards I'll tell you. Again 3-4 times. Finally mother got angry, put down the book. Yes, what is your question? I know what is your question. Is there any life after death? Yes, there is life. No, Mama, that is not my question. Then what is your question? See, the child wanted full attention. So she put her both small little hands around mommy's face and look at me, listen and then answer. You are only reading the book and answering something. Yes, what is your question? My question is, Mom, is there life after marriage? That is my question. Not after death. See? Anybody to whom we give full attention is an expression of pure love. Whether you call it love, whether you call it God realization, whether you call it wisdom, anything, it is only this. Remain fully available. And why we are not available? Because the mind is running. either here or there. Either the mind goes in the past, or worried about the future, or comparing in the present. These are the three channels through which our mind is constantly running. And as a result, physically we are here, but mentally we are constantly running away. I have been talking for 55 minutes. Don't answer this question. How many minutes you have heard me? Even this question is not heard. The mind calls. Therefore, friends, this is the simplest way. Instead of struggling, remain cheerful and happy. Things will take proper shape. Put your efforts. When you are happy, you are fully available. When you are fully available, you will not worry about what will happen. Something will happen, don't worry. You be in the present and enjoy yourself, whatever you are doing. Not as a burden, but as a freedom. Then alone, we have really learned something higher. And this is the point where from Bhagavad Gita begins. Arjuna refused to be in the present. He was on the battlefield. At the battlefield, we are a soldier, not a grandson, not a disciple. On the battlefield, we are to fight in the present for the cause. Instead of that, he started imagining. If the war happens, so many people will die, this will happen, that will happen, and then it will be a terrible time. Started projecting and imagining, which has never happened. See? And again he brought the past. How he brought the past in the present? How can I kill my guru? How can I kill my grandfather? They are ready to kill you, but you don't want to kill them. And the one whom you are killing is not your grandfather or guru, but they are the enemies. See, friends, all this identity crisis begins when we refuse to remain in the present. Start remaining in the present, you will be alert, vigilant, quiet and effective. These four things put together, alert, vigilant, quiet and effective, is called as inspired performance. The real achievement is through inspiration, not through perspiration. When we want to live for fulfilling the desires, we are perspiring. When we want to live under inspired mode, we are bound to be successful in life. All the great masters lived inspirational life. They did not do anything to get anything from the world. They just gave. All these points put together in one simple message is, be happy. Things will happen. And that is all that we can do. That is all we must do. That is all we should do. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.